Alright, so let's retrade this day. And let's start off with our candles. So taking this movement here, this is now 925. There'll be no action looking at this price action here. Just wait for the 930 until at least 935 to open up for us. Okay, so we're 935. We see that we came off of this inversion. Let's jump down to the 1 minute. You can see consecutive candles going down. We have a breaker here, and on the 5 minute we have a breaker here. We could look to short at this breaker, protected by the fair value gap, aiming for the old low. So nothing doing, absolutely no price action that's helping us out here. Let's pay attention to what the candles are telling us at this point. Buy side, hold low, no revisit. Sell side, shift, 1, 2, pause. So let's take a moment to just look at this. So on the time frame here, we're looking at this candle, actually this candle, to consider if price is breaking above this, then we'd actually want to flip the script, looking for a break. And the reason why is we're still defending on the low. We're coming back into this wick that we had marked out at the 50%, and we're looking to see if price continues lower or fails this. That impulsive move invalidates this sell. The only thing we'd expect if we were to continue is either one of these candles to hold price, and then we'd look on the other side, or we want a revisit of this price action here for a long. Swing low is still here. Range high is here. 1.4, range high is here. 2 to 1, that's valid to take. Place the order on a buy limit. Looking at this breaker, possibly pushing price down, or this one. And then this is the price action that we're working off of to see. So let's see. Version. All right, time is now 10. I'm not seeing any sort of price action off of here. These levels are starting to get invalidated, except for the fact that we're still remaining fairly bullish. Let's jump back up to the 5 minute. So 930 opening price, we're back above it. This 5 minute breaker is holding right now. Price is breaking above the after London high. So we don't need that buy anymore. Next price action segment we're looking at is 11.12 for bond auction lunch macro. So inversion fair value gap got worked through again. You can see that on the 5 minute this breaker was the play, close above. Still very tempting, but price has gone quite a bit away on that. So bond auction macro, looking to see what type of price action we have here. value gap gets filled. Order block. Create a high. We'll consider that our AM high as it's outside of the lunch. Pierce the AM high. Now we're looking at this price action here, taking that high, consecutive runs lower. So I have that breaker, conversion, fair value gap. Just monitor how this price action works out. Let's get to the midpoint, 1130, and see what we have. Relative equal highs. Okay, so we have our shift. At this breaker as well. But that sweep on the high. Exactly what I did before. We're going to aim for 930. If this runs a consolidation profile, we'll go for the AM low. So we're using this order block with this fair value gap here. I'll take the whole thing because I'm looking at it from a perspective of if it's not one, then it's the other. Get a nice tag into the fair value gap level. Good rejection away. At this point, we've got our range high on lunch. Let's see where we get our range low. Value gap. Same again, breaker. One thing at a time. So now this becomes a breaker. We have nice candle closes below it. We're outside of lunch. Price respects this breaker or not. We also have a little fair value gap up here. It's doing really well, that fair value gap. Consecutive candles running down. Waiting to see how price treats this range low. Good. So we got 3 candle run through, leaving a small fair value gap, bunch of breakup price action there. So we'll take another one on the range low. We have this fair value gap isn't quite tagged in yet, so I'm going to include that price action. Again, range low gets us to 2.5. AM low gets us to 6.29, so that works for me. Place the order on a limit, then we'll have to move this stop to break even. Let's see how that plays out. consolidation, manipulation, hopefully. I like that. Let's see. Alright, no fill on that price action, but that's fine. No fill, that's cool. And we're inching closer to 930. Don't want to see this fail. Okay, so we're going to take off some here. And let's get our stop down to the range low. No reason why we should be seeing this range low revisited. And not closing or wicking that 930 is a little bit of a concern, but let's see. And we're continuing bullish. Okay, that's good. That's not good. So using that as an inversion level would have been fine too, but seeing the contrary to that is not good. And we're seeing wicks above and below, so looks like we have some shifting in price action right now. See if that holds and that gets taken, then all is well in the world. But if we can't get below 930 and we keep going above, then that would be worrisome. So same thing happening here. Defended low, breako, highest one here, actually here. So closes above and revisits are not what I would want to see. Or if it was a revisit to this one, don't want to see that. Like that, I do not want to see that. Okay, so that is a great breaker entry, and I'm gonna say PD area 1, PD area 2, PD area 3. So I've got my stop exactly where it needs to be. We keep breaking above this, then I'm on the wrong side, and I'm just gonna take that. And let's look at what we've got here now. So missed that breaker entry, still working off of this short bias. We have several reasons why price is no longer in our favor. So now we're going to look at the range low, and let's just watch how price behaves around the range low. If we start to see, like, this is a new inversion area, but because it's not said and done, right? Like, we need to watch how price is going to behave at the 50% mark. So I want to see if we consolidate here. We already have some reasons to be bullish. But let's see if this is just simply coming in to go back down or not. Exactly. We have another breaker here, so it really needs to get below this price action for me to be interested any at all. Because for this breakout, where would your stop be? Your stop would have to be below this swing low. So all of this is still valid bullish price action. Obviously we've got the bullish run, but if you're using the inversion and you're saying, okay, we're now in a buy program, we just went through a sell program and we're in a larger buy program, then we've come off the sell side of the curve, we're going into a buy side of the curve. And on a larger perspective, we were in a buy program, we were on the sell side of that buy program. We did not even get down to the 50% of this range. I'm pretty sure. Oh shit, well, we got literally to the 50% of this range. So if this was your curve and you got down to the 50% and now you're shifting bullish, you're resuming your bullish run at least up to these highs. So that's kind of the logic working off of, like, this immaculate run here. Not what I would want to see. Okay, so now we've got the same kind of fractal price action going on here. Sell side sweep, high side breaker, defended low, sell side sweep, shift. So this at the range low would be the buy I'm looking at. So if we can get price to come back here using this low, 1, 2, and then we're aiming for this range high, the 4 to 1, and we'll watch how price responds around the 50% level here. So if we get rejections again, then we have to be mindful that price could be just, being very difficult. But things in our favor. We're above 930. We're above the opening range. We're inside the lunch range. There are a lot of reasons to want to be bullish or stay bullish. Excuse me. So let's get that order in. A breaker. Slow 1, 2. Range high. Okay. So let's see. Okay, wicked in. Also can have this breaker to help us out. So once we're going above, we get a retest into that breaker, that would be good too. More consecutive candles. Valley gap tag. There we go, good push. New structure, new breaker, new low. We should be pretty good where we're placed right now. So low, sweep, break, breaker, 50%. So now we're watching to see. Let's take some of our risk off. We're watching to see how price is going to react around this 50%. So that's a good look. That's a good break. We have a fair value gap right around that 50%. Swing low 1, swing low 2. No breaker in this pattern. First fair value gap, second fair value gap. It's a pretty good level. First swing low, second swing low. That breaker is holding some defense, so we'll do that. Let's see what that risk is. 1 to 1, 1 to 2 is here. I'm not gonna take it, but let's see. Let's just see how price responds on that. Okay, back around at 50%. Nice break, nice push. Sweeping a swing high, breaking a high, revisit a fair value gap maybe. Yep. Very good push. Okay, so we should be fairly good. Perfect. So range high taken, 4 to 1 there. Nice clean run using 0.3% on a 50K. So we had two reasons, we had multiple reasons why we wanted to stop holding on to this short. Even though we could successfully use the bond auction protocol here, then we started to see that price breakdown. Once that price broke, market structure shift up here, then we flip the script using the ranges. Once we have those ranges, take the money at the range high, decent R to R, which is 4.2, and we have this position which kind of got 50% taken off here at a 5, and we said, hey, if we're breaking above this, we have no reason to be in it. So call it at 2.75 and a 4.25, so not bad.